In this video, I will explain how you can pass arrays to function. For example, like this, you have this array declaration as this, and you want to output the content of the array. So this is what you get. Okay, so this is what you get for this code. But let's say you don't want to do this in the main function. You want to create a function that will print an array. They say this function does not return anything, it's just print array, and you need to pass the array here. Okay, so here what you need is you need to have integer a, which is the array, integer a as like this, and here you just simply copy this code and put it here. Okay, and because you are referring to this array a, here is the array. Okay, so what it does is that when you call the function, okay, you just simply call the function print array. So you need to pass the array, so you just simply put the array name. Okay, as you put the array name, you are passing the array to this function. Okay, and in this case, let's, for example, you put the size as 5 here. When you run the program, you will see that the array is being, okay, so the array is being passed to the function using the array name to this function. And as you can see here you don't need to put the size of the array. You just indicate that this parameter is an array that will receive an array. Okay, and the name here will be used here in this function. Okay, so it will loop through one by one of the array. But it's normal that you pass the array with the size, because sometimes the size keeps on changing, so you need to pass the size of the array. Okay, so when you pass the size of the array, because the function does not know the size of the array, so you need to pass the size of the array. So this is the size of the array. Okay, so it will loop through from 0 until the size of the array. Okay, so this is the function that does not have a prototype. But in the case that when you want to create the prototype for that function, okay, you can just copy the function header and put it here, put semicolon at the end, remove all the variable names, okay, and remove the name of the array as well. This is the prototype. This is to indicate that the first one is an array. The first parameter is an array, and the second one is just a normal integer variable. Okay, so this is the function prototype that has an array as the parameter. Okay, and another one where how you can modify the array. Okay, so when you pass the array to the function, it is actually passed by reference. Whatever modification that you do in this array, it is actually going to, let's say after you modify the array here, after you access the array here, let's say you do a modification to that array. Let's say you increase by 1. So what happened is that when you go out of the function for int I 0 I less than s less than size I plus plus, so if you output the array, so as you can see, after function call, you will see that the array size, the array values have been changed. The original value here, when you call the function, you pass the array, is going to go to this function and print the value of the array one by one, which is this. As it prints each element, elements, it will increase the element. Go to the next one and increase it. But when you go out of that function, after the function call, which is this one, when you print the array values has been changed. The array values have been changed due to this. So when you call the function and pass, when you call a function and pass array to it, is actually passed by reference. So you need to be careful when passing an array to a function, so as not to modify, because whatever changes you make to the array in the function, it will change the original array. So that's why normally when you pass an array to a function, normally you put it as constant. Okay, in the function prototype you put it as constant, and here you put it as constant. So what it does is that it's going to give you an error message when you try to modify the array. Okay, so when you have a line of code that try to modify the array, it will give you error message. So you have to remove this. This is to indicate that the array is not supposed to be changed, so it is supposed to be constant.